The U.S. Secretary of Defense has been defended on Newsnight after being accused of escalating tensions over his comments on the conflict in Ukraine. General Sir Chris Deverell spoke on Newsnight to defend the U.S. Defense Secretary's comments on aiming to weaken Russia during the conflict. The U.S. Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin spoke to reporters after the first visit of the United States to Kyiv since the invasion by Russia. General Deverell stated, "I don't think that it's true to say that the Americans are necessarily claiming that their language about their aims are the same as NATO's aims. What they were talking about is U.S. policy. I suspect many countries believe that Putin needs to be weakened so he cannot do this again." The former British Army officer added, "We want to see Ukraine remain a sovereign country, a democratic country about to protect its sovereign territory. We want to see Russia weakened to the point where it can't do things like invade Ukraine." General Deverell noted that the language used by the U.S. Defense Secretary was unusually forceful but added that it reflects the attitude towards the conflict. He stated, "The surprising thing in a way was that he was prepared to say it out loud because I'm sure it's a true statement, that's what they believe. It is a hardening of the language. But I think what is happening, and it is to greater or lesser degree is happening across the lands, is a recognition that there are vital national interests at stake in protecting Ukraine." On a trip to Ramstein Air Base in Germany, the Defense Secretary stated that the resistance in Ukraine has brought inspiration to the free world and even greater resolve to NATO. He added that Putin never imagined that the world would rally behind Ukraine so swiftly and surely. During the visit that involved allies from 40 nations, the U.S. official vowed that the United States would move heaven and earth to bolster Ukraine forces and help them to win its battle. He said the U.S. is aiming to help Ukraine win the fight against Russia's unjust invasion to build up Ukraine's defenses for tomorrow's challenges. He continued, "As we see this morning, nations from around the world stand united in our resolve to support Ukraine in its fight against Russia's imperial aggression.